This video is brought to you by the Wonderful 101, exclusively on Wii U.
Hey everybody, this is Marty Sleep, and I'm here with Colin Moriarty.
Beyond.
I laugh every time you do that. And we're here at TGS. Colin, you just saw a pair of Castlevania games.
I did.
Lords of Shadow 2 and Mirror of Fate HD. Tell me about them.
So I love Castlevania, and I really love the original Lords of Shadow. So
Yeah.
I was excited to get my hands on Lords of Shadow 2, and I was really impressed by it.
Awesome.
It's fun, and it's not your typical Castlevania game. We already know that from Lords of Shadow, the original.
Sure.
It takes a lot of inspiration from God of War, and
Yeah.
I think a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus in this one too.
So wait, tell me about that.
All right, so towards the end of the demo, you're fighting a gold-armored character. And by the
Okay.
way, the gold-armored character is saying some quotes from Symphony of the Night, which I think is really cool.
That's rad.
And there are some Symphony of the Night shout-outs in this short demo. And as you're fighting him, you're climbing up like a huge golem who has like a cross as his helmet and stuff like that. It's very cool. So just the scaling and the verticality of it really remind me of Shadow of the Colossus. And of course, the kind of arena combat reminds me a great deal of God of War.
Sure. So is that, I mean, like, what do you feel that's kind of advanced since the original Lords of Shadow?
I think that, I think what Lords of Shadow really got was Castlevania. I think it actually understood Castlevania, unlike the other 3D Castlevania games.
Yeah, Castlevania 64 didn't quite get that.
And even the PS2 ones.
Yeah.
And I feel like, they, in the original Lords of Shadow, Mercury Steam invoked, I think, Castlevania 2's Simon's Quest a lot in terms of this adventure through environments and towards the castle. It reminded me a lot of that. This one, I think, it seems a little bit more action-packed.
Okay.
It seems a little bit more God of War-like. I think it's almost maybe too God of War in some ways in what I played, in terms of the camera panning towards, characters and they're jumping into the arena and stuff like that. It's very, very God of War in that sense. But it's very action-packed. It's a lot of fun. It's really pretty. It runs well. Super excited about it. I don't think it comes out until next year, though. So,
that's true. That's true. And so the other one you saw, Mirror of Fate HD. You reviewed the original Mirror of Fate.
I did.
A little bit disappointed.
So the original Mirror of Fate on 3DS wasn't a good game, and it was vacant and bland.
Yeah.
It had a nice nugget of something there, and it invoked Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse a lot, which I really liked. But it just didn't come together.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that the HD iteration of the game is going to be able to fix the underlying problems in the game.
I mean, the problems weren't the visuals. The game had like systemic problems.
Yeah, it probably had a bland and boring and just bad leveling system. And the castle felt empty and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure they can fix that, but there is some promise in terms of the game looks really pretty. The cutscenes were always really pretty. In the original one, I really liked the art style in the cutscenes, and they really pop, I think, in the HD version. And I really enjoyed the fact that they finally mapped movement to the D-pad on the analog stick.
That's good.
It was locked to, if I remember correctly, to the circle pad, which didn't really feel quite right on the 3DS. And they had to make some adjustments because there's no second screen, so you have to use select or back to look at the map and stuff like that. So I think this is a step in the right direction. I'm pretty sure that this might be as good as it's going to get for me.
For this game. Yeah. And so is this 2013 game?
Yeah, it comes out, I think, on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, I believe, in late October. So
awesome.
We'll have a full review, an updated review for that as well. So
of course.
It was cool to play more of that. I love Castlevania, and I'm especially excited about Lords of Shadow 2, though. I think we have to keep our eye on that one.
That's awesome. Yep. There you guys have it. And for more Castlevania and everything TGS, keep it here on IGN.